Hey guys, happy new year. I really hope this year is as positive and optimistic for all my viewers as I hope it will be for me. So real quick, I want us to talk about an issue regarding the mind, because this year I want to talk more about the mind. If you know me, you know that I am an advocate for mental health, where it concerns the well-being of human beings and their mental capacity. I am all over that because I feel like a lot of people are not talking about it and somebody has to talk about it. So today I want to just discuss an aspect of abuse and the effect of abuse that I am not sure a lot of people are very cognizant of. You know, we talk about abuse, we talk about physical abuse in a relationship, physical abuse, we talk about rape, the rape culture and the effect it has in people, subsequently how it causes certain issues like trust issues, commitment issues, intimacy issues, emotional issues, and all of that. But there's a part that I feel like we're neglecting, and not intentionally, but we're doing so because we don't really know about it. And a few days ago, I was pondering on this fact, and it just dawned on me that I should talk about it and see, just put it out there. The capacity of the mind to recognize violations that we convince ourselves is normal. And what do I mean by this? Certain people go through some certain experiences, and when you talk to them and you hear them talk about what they've experienced, and you see the cavalier manner in which they're talking about it, very nonchalant, very calm, very accepting, you start to wonder, does this person really know that they've been abused? Does this person know that this is a violation? And the fact is, a lot of them do not know. You see, and I'm going to use men for an example, because like I said in one of my previous videos, a lot of men lost their virginity to rape. They were 10 and somebody 18 or older really, just violated them, and they did not register that as an abuse. Especially because, as boys grow into teenage years, they share stories, they talk to one another, and you come to realization that all your male friends, all of your friends have experienced the same thing as you. It kind of just fuels your belief that what you experienced was normal. So for most men, when you're talking to them about male abuse, you have some people actually telling you, oh, but that's normal now. How else do you want? That's normal. And they're very accepting of it. But that's because they did not have the capacity to recognize that as an abuse. But what I want to focus on is not even the accepting of it as an abuse or the not accepting of it as an abuse, but the fact that whether or not you register an abuse, your mind registers the abuse. So there is a possibility for something to happen to you, something abusive, something traumatic, and you accept it as normal. And you feel that this is not a violation, or this is okay, this is fine. But your mind knows you've been violated. Every time you go through a violation, your mind registers it as a violation, whether you accept it or not. And because your mind has already registered it and buried it in your subconscious, it is still going to have the same effects on your behavior, on your future relationships, on the way you go about your life, regardless of the fact that you are not cognizant of that abuse. And so certain people have deep issues, deep commitment issues, deep trust issues. They're unable to open up emotionally. They're just unable to be accepting of certain things. And they don't even know why. In fact, they don't even recognize that as a problem. And if you cannot make the link between certain issues in your life, certain behaviors in your life, to the root cause of which is the abuse that you do not recognize, then there is no hope of you going forward and getting healing. There is no hope of you going forward and just trying to solve the issue. If you don't know there is a problem, how do you solve the problem? So this is the danger of not being cognizant of an abuse. And I used boys as an example because they're at that young age, they don't really realize that what was done to them was wrong. Even girls, when girls are abused at a very young age, they're not, at the point of understanding what is going on. They don't really know what is being done to them, and they just register it as normal. But their mind has registered it as a violation, because your mind is something that is even more powerful than you as a human being. It is there to just be able to detect things and know that this is wrong and this is right. Even though you yourself might not even know wrong from right at that point, you might not even know what sex is. You might just be really young and not even be able to appreciate the magnitude of what is happening. But your mind is powerful enough that even at that age, it knows that this is not supposed to be done. She's not supposed to be touching me like that. He's not supposed to be doing this to me. This is wrong. And even though you don't register it as an abuse, your mind has registered it as a violation. And when you grow up, it starts to affect your behavior, your relationship with people, how you accept things, and how you just relate relates. And so I just feel like it's important for us to try and be more introspective, look at our behaviors, look at the things around us. If you have commitment issues, for instance, if you have trust issues, like deep-seated trust issues, if you're unable to open up emotionally, if you just cannot, you can't be alone with your thoughts, because there are people who cannot be alone with their thoughts. If you're experiencing any of these issues and you cannot put your hands on a particular abuse, then it means that something has happened that you have buried in your subconscious, but your mind has registered as a violation and is putting up all of these defense mechanisms. Because trust issues, commitment issues, not being able to open up emotionally, not being able to accept people, intimacy issues, all of those things are defense mechanisms that your brain is putting up. Because in one of my other videos also, I spoke about the traumatic brain injury, things that happen to you that can cause your brain to be altered, your brain functions to be altered. And if you know that you were abused, for instance, you know you were raped, then you know, oh, well, I was raped, that's why I'm having emotional issues, that's why I'm having intimacy issues, and so you might try to fix it. But if you're having those issues and you don't even have any recollection of an abuse, you don't have any cognizance of an abuse, then how do you fix it?